Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a good video because I'm going to talk about the Dagomba people or the Dagomba tribe from Ghana. They're also called the Dagomba. So I just want to start off. Now stick with me because the purpose of this video, let me tell you, the purpose of this video is to prove yet once again that here's another African peoples and their God is none other than Yahweh of the Bible. They are the Hebrews, the Israelites. They are yet another group of Jews of West Africa. Okay, so it says here with the AI overview, it says the Dagomba, also known as Dagbamba, are an ethnic group in northern Ghana and Togo, numbering over 3.1 million who speak Dagbani and are part of the Mole Dagbani language family. Their traditional territory is called Dagbon, and they have a rich cultural heritage, including a hierarchical chieftaincy system and a strong oral tradition. So, let's see here. The Dagomba language, Dagbani, is part of the Mole Dagbani subgroup of Gur languages. Dagbon, their traditional territory, is located in northern Ghana. They are also related to the other Mole Dagbani speaking peoples like the Mosi, Mamprusi, and Nanumba peoples. And I'm going to do next, I'm going to do one of those other, I'm going to do the Mosi tribe next, the Mosi people, to prove, and see, they're all Israelites because it's been proven that the Israelites migrated from Israel throughout Africa. The Bantu migration is their migration. These same people are part of the Bantu migration, and they went to West Africa. Some went to South, some went to the East, and there was cross migrations from what history says. So they're also related to the Ashanti and Gadangme and Awe. They're all related. The Phone, they're all Israelites. So um, the they practice both patrilineal and matrilineal systems of inheritance. The Dagomba traditionally wear a smock, a fabric made from cotton, and women wear a locally made cloth called, excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, bin manjli on special occasions. Now the it says the Dagomba are known for their strong sense of community and their traditional beliefs and practices. Let's go on here. Okay, so now that there's a little bit about back history, what I found and what people who know this and study this, there's striking similarities in all of the Israelite people in West Africa and the Bantus as well. And so I'm not going to go too deep down into the history, but I want to make a point here. So let's go to find out what we can see, what we can find out about Naa-Wuni. Now, Naa-Wuni in Dagomba society, Naa-Wuni is the name for the supreme deity. And while they have the concept of other gods, Naa-Wuni is considered the chief of them all. And that's also something that is very normal to the other peoples as well. What many of us would know as tribes, but they know who the Almighty God is. Naa-Wuni. Now listen how similar that is. Naa-Wuni, the God of the Old Testament, is Yahweh, the Almighty God of the Hebrew Bible, the Creator, Yahweh. Now listen, they call him. In another version I've heard is now Wuni, okay, and so those are the other spirits, lesser spirits. Um, could some of those be? Could that be like angels, like the Bible speaks of angels? Okay, so now Wuni, let's see. Now, according to this AI overview, this says that Naa-Wuni can also be just called Wuni, and it says the supreme God in Dagomba belief, and it says underneath there, Naa-Wuni, the chief of all gods in Dagomba society. But what I find amazing is I did a video a few weeks ago on the Tikar people of Cameroon, and they call him Yui. See how very similar Wuni is to that? Yui, Wuni. And but now Wuni, and to see they all are pointing to Yahweh, all different forms, just like the Asante people call him Nyame. The uh the some people in Congo call him Zambi. There's some people let me see. I can't remember the name. There's one people in the Zambia area in southern Africa. They call him Yambe. Wuni. They're all the same. Naa-Wuni. All Yahweh of the Old Testament. In proving, when you hear that He's the chief, the Almighty God of everything, you realize that they understand very well. They knew who God was before the Europeans came. They knew who God was before the missionaries brought Christianity, before the Muslims brought Islam. The West African peoples known as Negroes, they already knew who God was. They knew who Yahweh was because guess what? They're His children. Okay. I also understand from reading that uh, Yah, Naa-Wuni, the Na prefix means chief, as is also called Naya, which is the chief king or the chief ruler of the Dagbani people. So Naa-Wuni means chief God. Very accurate to the Old Testament concept of God. Now, something I want to say the about the Dagomba people speak the Gur language, and Gur is an extension or classified as one of the Niger Congo languages. Now, it's important to understand that the Niger Congo languages are the languages spoken by all the Israelite tribes in Africa, especially sub Saharan Africa. The Bantus, those who's related to the Bantu migrations, because the Bantu uh, expansions went to West Africa, and many went to West Africa and then migrated from there. So realize, and this has been proven by DNA. I'll go over this in the future, but the Dagomba people, once you know that the Dagomba people are Israelites, then you realize you know the Ashanti people are Israelites. You know the Ga Adangbe people are Israelites. You know the Igbo and the Aruba and the Ewe and the Fon people are Israelites. And then you go and you know the Zulus are Israelites and the uh so I think I know I'm saying it probably it's Costa. I call it Costa. We call them in America, but it's more like so they speak they are Israelites. Then you go to the Kikuyu in the Shona and all across. Then you realize the Baluba in the middle. You go all across Africa from the length and the breadth, the width of Africa. The race known as Negroes, the ones who speak the Niger Congo languages, are all related and they are all the children of Israel. They're all Israelites. They are the true children. Their God. Their history is the history of the Old Testament of the Bible. The Israelites. The whole Old Testament speaks about the Israelites. Their past. It speaks about what would happen if they disobeyed God. In Deuteronomy 28, it said that they would be sent into slavery into all the nations of the earth. They would be exiled out of the land of Israel and scattered to other nations. And that's what has happened. Even the ones who live in Africa, even the ones who live in the different African nations are exiled. And so it's important to understand how numerous this is. Not small, folks. And so the reason I'm doing these uh different peoples here and there, like in Ghana and different places there, is to show how numerous. I can never do it. There's so many Israelites in sub-Saharan Africa. I don't know if I could ever speak of them all, or if I did, it would take a very long time. Because what it is, and what I came to realize, like with just learning about the Dagomba people, them, and then you put it all together with the other different peoples, is that they all have a common origin, and they were one people at one time. Okay, and another thing you'll find out is that the DNA from the father side of the Y DNA of the Israelites is E1B1A. All of you will have that. All the Israelite tribes, the Bantus, going across all across Africa, they will have E1B1A or some sub variation of it. And I forget the women's mitochondrial DNA, that DNA will be the same. And also the DNA of the African Americans and the people of the Caribbean and South America, all the places we were sent into slavery. We also have the E1B1A lineage. So in the also our mitochondrial DNA is chases back to you. So we know that we're the same people too. So there's hundreds of millions of Israelites in the world. I know I'm talking about the Dagomba, but I want people to understand how big this is. This is not a little thing, people. There's hundreds of millions of us, hundreds of millions of Israelites all over the world, and they're black. They were never white. And so your family is Zulus. And it goes back to something I was saying, that I had heard Africans say. One time a man told me, he said, an African, he said, if you want to learn who you are, it doesn't matter. Find any African people, what he said, try, find anyone and learn their ways, learn their language. He said, because it doesn't matter. They're all the same. He realized, I don't believe he realized that you're Israelites, but he knows that there's similarities. There's a common bond that all people have. So it's more like and it's amazing to me what people who were studying this have come to find out. It's more like you're all the same people, but different families of the same people. So the Dagomba people are a different group, a different subgroup of a larger whole that extends all the way across sub-Saharan Africa, up and down. The largest group of people in sub-Saharan Africa. And so you're the children of God. And so that's I just wanted to talk about that. The Dagomba people, I've seen them. They have beautiful clothing. I've heard their music, beautiful music. Um, I've seen their chiefs, the dancing, the men and the women dancing, and the drums and the other instruments. So it's a very beautiful culture, and I'm finding that all of them to be very beautiful. And then you put together the Dagomba is another great piece of the puzzle. And so I pray that all the Dagomba and all the children of Israel, all the children of God who are the Israelites, return back to Yahweh, our God, because in that when that day comes, that's when His power will surely lift our people up. Praise Almighty God Yahweh. All right, peace and blessings to you. Later.